TransWorld, we are live. It is Tuesday. It's October, and this is episode 3 of season 5. Thank you all for joining us. We hope your October has been awesome, as we call it, Rocktober. We hope you're going out there. And if you are a haunter, we hope you're getting some good sleep and good rest right now as you get ready to go into the crazy gauntlet that is Hell Week just ahead of us here. So we're really excited. What a great season. We love you guys. Thanks for being a part of us. Of course, we love when you watch, but we don't know if you don't chime in on the chat. So please let us know where you're calling from, where you're watching from, what haunt. Derek, we love when you're here. It's not a party without you. Let us know that you're here. Sound off, and we'll keep the conversation going. We hope your haunt season has been going well. We've got some birthdays to celebrate. Erica Daybrook, her birthday is on Thursday. And then Nora Prophet, her birthday is on Friday. So happy birthday to them. Sean Fenner, can't do it without you either, brother. Awesome. Glad you're here. In our fun segment of Where in the World is Chris? Last night, I had the honor of attending the Midwest premiere of a brand new independent film called Haunt Season. Brand new movie. I encourage you, Robert's going to post some links here in a second here. There is a beautiful trailer you can check out, and it is available video on demand everywhere. So if you're through Apple or Google or, wherever you need to look, you can rent it, you can buy it. It's called Haunt Season. And what's really amazing about it is it's a wonderful dramatic slasher film that we got a chance to see last night, along with a Q&A with the cast. But what really brings it home for all of us is it not only is starring our very own Steve Christoff, but also is filmed on location and in the Realm of Terror haunted house in Round Lake Beach, Illinois. So you get a chance to see a little bit of our haunts right on the Hollywood screen. We're really excited about that. They did a fantastic job with it. Go check it out. And another great opportunity to showcase our beautiful industry. Now, we do have some breaking news for you. Very excited to break this here. Ladies and gentlemen, TransWorld 2025 tickets are now available. That's right. You go to CHAOShow.com. Check them out there. We've got all the latest news and updates as things start developing and start being released for TransWorld 2025. Of course, tune in here because we'll give you that breaking news when it comes out, but you'll also see it on HAAshow.com. Why should you get your tickets now? You want to make sure you get set up for the trade show of the year. It's going to be insane. Rich has been going crazy. Look forward to over 400 exhibitors. You saw how big it was last year. So make sure you get your tickets now. More importantly, and what's in even higher demand, are the hotels. If you have a favorite hotel that you want to be a part of, that you want to stay in, or one that maybe you had wanted to move or upgrade to, make sure you check out HAAshow.com for all of the hotel deals and get in where you need to get with our room blocks and our discounts. Now, we're going to give you some incentives. Thanks for being here. Robert, Tara, we're glad you guys are here. This is awesome. Paul, of course we need you here. We're so glad you're here. And to reward you for being with us, stay with us. We've got some awesome giveaways as we near into Halloween and the legendary haunt tour, because we are on the road, folks. Let's talk about that legendary haunt tour for a second. Of course, check out our old shows. We've done some interviews with all of these haunts to give you a little bit of taste of what you're about to go experience. November 8th and 9th, going in all throughout Ohio. We're going to be starting in Cincinnati and moving our way upstate into the Canton and Akron area. So it's really important to mention this is not a round trip. You are going to be doing a cross-state trip. We're going to be able to see 4 different legendary haunted houses, including the Dent Schoolhouse in Cincinnati, the USS Nightmare in Newport, the Haunted Schoolhouse and Laboratory in Akron, and the Factory of Terror in Canton. And to top it all off, we're going to get a special tour and break at the very famous Lind Fruit Farm, home of our very own Tater. Great place to stop for lunch, get some homemade wares, and enjoy that entire experience. So, 4 awesome houses, one special stop, legendaryhaunttour.com. Our hotel blocks are right on the verge. I think they might have expired already. Call. If you have not gotten your tickets yet, please call. Go get your tickets. We want you to be involved with this. And we're also going to give you some cost savings here. If you book before October 31st, legendaryhaunttour.com, we're still going to give you the early bird discount. After that, the price does go up. Of course, you can drive yourself, or you can leave all of the rides to us. Sit back and relax on our coach buses. Either way, driving or riding with us, you're going to have a great, great time. legendaryhaunttour.com. And of course, check out our previous episodes as we really dive into all 4 of those attractions and dive in with Tater. He knows a lot about apples. But we're really excited. We've got a big show tonight. We've got really huge guests talking about really great big topics. And we can't start off without one of the most notable topics. When you walk in to TransWorld 2024, this previous year, the very first display that you saw was Little Spider Creations. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Jordan Brawner from Little Spider Creations. What's going on?
Oh, nothing much. Just getting ready for some more work.
What? What's that about?
I don't do a lot of Christmas, so
no, that's okay. It's our season. How has your season been going? What do you guys do during October? You just still labor away?
Yeah, and clean. October's actually quiet for us. Halloween ends in September for us, and typically we have Christmas. Christmas is my October.
I gotcha. So it's a little bit of a breather. Do you get to go to some haunts? Do you get to celebrate a little bit? Or you just gear up for the next build season?
If I had the time, yes, I'd totally go to some haunts. But no, it's usually gear up for the next season. Actually, it's build our booth for TransWorld time right now.
It's funny that you mention that, because everybody that we talk to, like if you remember Cannon and the Baisley family, which we're going to have on next week, sneak peek there. The first thing that they wanted to dive into, and the first thing that every single person, when they walk through those doors, they see your beautiful Universal-esque 2-story setting staring them right at the face. It's an award-winning booth. We loved giving it to that because the fans love it. Talk about that process. I mean, that is not just set up a table and a couple of banners. This is heavy, heavy lifting.
Yeah, and the heavy lifting starts with at the show of how are we going to step it up the next year. So it just starts there, and we start throwing ideas at a wall, basically, mainly my dad. He'll throw more ideas at the wall, and then it escalates to 10, and we just chisel it down from there as far as what makes most sense. We have to bring our A game every single year. I mean, it doesn't get higher than A game, so how do we one up ourselves? That's basically where it starts.
It's so true, because when you bring something of that excellence, you have to think, like, how are we going to top that? And I know all of us can't wait to see it. Like that moment those doors open, it's just like, oh.
We wouldn't want it any other way. So.
Now, our fans would be very upset with us if we didn't ask, is there any hints or teasers that you might give, maybe just to whet our appetite as we get ready?
Well, we don't call ourselves Pumpkins R Us for no reason. So,
okay,
something like that.
Okay, well, that's really good. Obviously, the booth is a great showcase of all of your amazing talent, the entire staff that you've put together. For those that don't know the history and a little bit about Little Spider, can you tell us everything about you guys? Where did you come from, and how have you gotten to right here?
Well, the most simplistic answer of how we got right here is by not saying no.
That's a good thing.
which you see represented in our booth and in our product line. But most of all, our story begins. Oh man, that's a loaded question, Chris. Let's simplify it. My dad has always been fascinated with Halloween. He was sketching Frankenstein's monster along with pancakes, a stack of pancakes, at a very young age. And why am I getting emotional? This is a weird year for us. We're doing a lot of stuff, a lot of changes, a lot of growth, whatnot. Anyways, so my dad was obsessed with Halloween. That escalated to him actually working alongside and with Distortions, which inspired him even more so. So in 1991, he started his own business doing Little Spider productions of latex masks, props, the Little Spider that we were introduced to and that a lot of our former clientele fell in love with. And then around 2006, I think my dad just started dabbling with large format foam sculpting, and it literally just taken off from there. So started as a very small in the garage latex prop shop, and we've grown into this multi-studio nation and global wide company that you see now.
That's awesome. You talk about so many different success projects, and they're family based, and they start in a garage. And look now, I mean, you guys have built so many amazing displays from coast to coast. One of the biggest questions that we always get is, obviously, you guys provide services anywhere that your haunt is. Will you go international? Of course, if the price is right. But
yeah.
Absolutely. A question I'm just seeing on the side of my screen actually is, can you talk about what inspired the name Little Spider?
Yeah. Geez, I don't know what year it was, but it was at the very beginning of the creation of us. My dad was sitting at his giant block of an Apple computer thinking of a name. What do I call this thing? And it was actually a tiny little spider that just descended from his screen. And apparently at that point, he's like, Little Spider, let's go with that. And we've ran with that. Yeah.
I love that. See, there we go, guys. Factoids that we're learning right here. This is wonderful.
Part of our origin story. Yeah, there we go.
Now, obviously, you can see a good testament of their work when you walk in there. When you walk in TransWorld and you see this amazing booth, but really you guys are a full-fledged entire company that's devoted to anything about making that illusion and making the dream or the nightmare become real. You guys are sculpting, theming, wood, metal infrastructure, spray-on polyurethane, painting, electrical. Really sounds like a one-stop shop for anybody that's looking to step up their game in not only haunt worlds, but really any attraction for really any theme.
Yeah, I literally say if you, it sounds too cliche, but I mean, if you can imagine it, we can create it. I just had a call with one of my clients yesterday, and the owner of the business was just spouting out all these different ideas, all this wonderful stuff. And he's like, can you? And his counterpart, who introduced me to him, she's like, he can literally make whatever's in your head. You think of a stupid idea, he can create it. And I'm like, she's not wrong. We can. It doesn't matter if it's Halloween, Christmas. It's really, if you need something from 2D to 3D, we can make it happen. And again, that comes back to, we just don't say no.
Right.
Say yes, and I'll figure it out later. It might be in my head now, but it doesn't matter until it's out in reality. So that's our forte is the back of my shirt says,
there we go. Go make stuff.
It just says go make stuff, because that's what we do. We just make stuff.
That's awesome.
Cool stuff, but stuff.
Very cool stuff.
Yeah.
Again, it brings you into that illusion and it makes it real. We've seen your work at haunts, of course, at amusement parks. That's where I've personally seen some stuff. But I just was, educated recently that you guys also do like Airbnbs as well. Tell us,
Yes,
how did you get into those?
by not saying no.
See, this is the key today.
We were approached by our first Airbnb client. I think she just took a chance on us, or she found our website and was looking for some type of theming company, inquired about it, brought up that she had an 8-bedroom Airbnb down in Orlando. And we decided, why not? I mean, it's no different from theming out a room in a haunted house versus theming out some outdoor thing for an amusement park. So it followed the same process, same materials. It's just more confined, and we have to fit it through a standard size door for all the big stuff that we do. I mean, that's the only difference. So she got us into that, and then she gave us 3 other houses, and then any other Airbnb that's come across that portfolio piece has asked us and inquired about it. And so we just keep going. And actually, I'm working on a couple more Airbnbs right now that's going to be installed here pretty soon. So it doesn't stop. It's the next wave. I hope it keeps going. I'm going to push it as much as I can.
Sure.
No, definitely a full immersive sleeping thematic experience is what a themed Airbnb that we provide.
That's wild. All right. Now, of all the projects, now like we talked about, you've done Airbnbs, you've done amusement parks, you've done haunts, all the traditional stuff that we would expect you to do. What has been the most challenging project? I know you've done stuff for municipalities and for different folks all over the world. We're going to see some pictures here of some of your work here. Got some amazing stuff here. Before we go to that question, I'm sorry, walk us through, what are we looking at here?
So the dragon was actually the first sculpt we ever did with foam here in Colorado. Yep, there's me with my cute little red hair. I think I was going to homecoming that day. So that was for a costume shop that's here in Colorado. And then the next one, this was, despite what people think, it's not a demon. Oh, there's us. This is a company called Mutant. They're based out of Canada. So this was premiered at Mr. Olympia in Las Vegas for a bodybuilding trade show and convention. So they do supplements, and they also sponsor a lot of Olympian bodybuilders. So this was a nice little photo op with some motion sensors in it. So when you took pictures and got near it, it growled and said some stuff. So that I just did that one like literally a month ago.
Wow.
So the next one that we're looking at is what we call the triple stack. So that's my brothers and I were the next generation of the Little Spider brand. So David, my oldest brother, is on the bottom. He's always on the bottom because he carries us. And then Tony, my middle brother, he's the general manager at the South Carolina studio. And then there's me. Oh, Bonnie, that's Tony's wife, my sister-in-law, commenting. Hi, Bonnie. And then me at the top in front of our award-winning trade show booth. These are some historical. I think this was my first trade show at TransWorld. Actually.
Holy cow.
I think this was back in 2006 or something. So
wow.
Cute little frosted tip brothers. And then this is my dad. The thing that pisses me off about my dad is he touches any medium of art and he perfects it. And I remember, this wasn't too long ago. This was maybe 6 or 8 years ago. He's like, I've never done watercolor. I'm going to try watercolor, and paints this immaculate, perfect Venom out of watercolor and this giant like portrait of it. And he's like, it's okay. And I'm like, go F yourself. Like,
Dad, it's perfect.
I can't do that. So you see him doing a mural on a wall. I don't even know what that was for. That was probably for a golf course or something. So this is me posing. It was a rush job for a Harley Quinn hammer for one of the Six Flags parks that we did. And so we made that hammer from start to finish in a couple hours. And we drove it. This is a photo of us in the transit to deliver it because it was a rush. And we get there, we deliver it, we get paid. And then the next day they email me and they're like, oh, IP didn't approve this, so we can't use it. Like, well, it's a great prop for your office. So yeah, have fun with that.
Oh,
And now we're cycling back. So
that is one of the best comments. Aaron Smith is here, and Zach, we're glad that you're here, and of course Katie's here as well, and we love seeing you guys. But Aaron put in a wonderful comment. So great to have them back. The booth was dangerous to your wallet. Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. And it really, like you said, your only constraint, I suppose, is your imagination. And if somebody has something in their mind, I encourage them to talk to you guys to help flush that out. Maybe you guys can help complete some sort of vision that they have and bring it to life.
And if I can't do it, or if I can't supply it, I have a huge network of resources. I dip into the haunt industry so many times to bring up talent that, serves as a strength to our weakness. I know Zach with Dead Graves, anytime I need an animation, I'm going to Zach for any of that. And I don't want to touch it. I don't want to make things move. I can make things move. I just don't want to do it. And so I utilize the resources that's available to us. And not only does it help uplift the haunt industry and the artists and the creatives and the people that are really doing great stuff, it also just adds to our product line and our product offering that, as you said before, Chris, yes, I prefer to be a one-stop shop. I don't want, my clients have to go to 6 different vendors just to accomplish one thing when we can basically just keep it all in-house. So
it's perfect. It's perfect. Haunters helping haunters.
Yeah. I do see one of the questions.
Yes.
If we'll be at IAAPA. We'll be attending. We won't be exhibiting.
Okay. There we go. We got an answer. There we go, Katie. We got it. We got it. Now, of course, TransWorld, obviously, that's the opportunity for most of us where we first got a chance to meet you and see your amazing work. Can you talk a little bit about that partnership between Little Spider and TransWorld and how TransWorld has helped your business grow?
TransWorld is the reason why our business has grown. Got to be kidding me. I mean, we as the royal we, my dad has been there every year. I don't think we've missed a single year. I mean, I think the only excuse would have been COVID for that brief period of a gap. But besides that, we've gone every single year consecutively ever since it began. We were at the Las Vegas venue. We were at the Chicago venue. We were weren't we in New Orleans at one point, maybe?
It's a possibility.
Somebody else could, explain that. Sure. I didn't go. I mean, we've been there since the beginning, and I tell all my clients that I book production at TransWorld. I think we're at a point now where getting new clients is difficult, especially at TransWorld, but at any show, realistically. But it's TransWorld that all my amusement park clients come and seek us out. But they already know what they're ordering. They just want to talk to me, and they just want to point to things and be like, I do want that. I want that. I want that. I want that. As well as talk about, yes. But no, TransWorld is absolutely necessary for us. We would never miss it. Sure. The partnership has been wonderful. And the fact that TransWorld has believed in us and has given us the chance to be the front booth. Granted, it comes with a caveat. We have to continue to present a very glamorous, wonderful thing. So, I mean, no pressure or anything. But,
not at all.
Which is funny because I went trick-or-treating last year.
Okay.
In my father-in-law's neighborhood. Very bougie, very upper scale. But there's one house in particular, they always deck it out.
Okay.
Like, he goes balls to the wall. And last year I saw a couple distortion pumpkins inside his lawn. I'm like, oh, cool. That's Distortions. I literally lived like 2 blocks away from their warehouse.
Sure.
And I'm like, that's great. So I talked to the owner of the house, and he's like, oh yeah, I got those from this trade show in St. Louis that happens in March or something. I'm like, yes, that's TransWorld. I'm like, I exhibit there. I was the first booth when you walked in. Did you see it? And he's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, how could you? How could you not? I mean, you have to walk by it. Okay,
What?
that's fine. I'm talking to the wrong person. Okay. So apparently it's easy to miss, I guess.
We don't think so. As everyone brings out their phones and they're all just, gawking at it. It's on every YouTube page. It's amazing. We know why we love TransWorld. And for those that are listening that maybe haven't gone in a few years or are just making that leap, why should anyone consider going to TransWorld? Is it just the people? Is it just the props? Is it the networking? Why do you guys come back year after year besides helping your business grow?
I mean, it's a community, to be honest. I mean, the haunt industry is weird, but it's a good weird. It's our kind of weird. Oh, that's my wife. Thanks, honey.
You're getting lots of love. You're getting lots.
I'm feeling it. Thanks, guys. But I don't get out to haunts because I don't have time for that. Yeah. So being able to go to TransWorld with all my haunters, with all of these business owners as well. I mean, I love doing my B2B vendor relationships because they get it. They understand it. We all have the same inspiration, as well as just who doesn't go to TransWorld and look for other ideas? I mean, you see it constantly. Yeah. I mean, it's very incestual. As well, there's this one year, I hope this ties in. We brought a winter mansion with a Yeti on top, and it was ripping grandma out of it. I think that was like 2016 or something.
Yeah,
So we held our cards very close to our chest. We're like, we're not going to show anybody. We're not going to share it on social. We didn't tell anybody about this thing. We get there, and 2 or 3 other booths had some type of winter house, winter mansion, winter theme something. And it happened another year where we brought our talking tree, and everybody was super confused because we brought a Broadway performance with Broadway actors, and everybody thought we were TransWorld. We were in association, like we were doing a performance for and on behalf of TransWorld. Like, no, we're actually trying to sell this. It's very confusing, but we had a talking tree.
Right.
And again, didn't share with anybody, didn't tell anybody in the industry that we're bringing a talking tree. And Distortions brings a talking tree. And then another company brings a talking tree. And another company brings a spooky tree. And so the haunt industry and TransWorld vendors and people, we're like on this same wavelength. It is the weirdest thing that we just all are vibing together. We're all trying to keep our ideas, clutched because we want to be the first to come to it. But it's
of course.
Well, we're not, because we're all thinking the same way. We're not stealing each other's ideas, but we are thinking the same. And so just witnessing that, seeing how we're all related at TransWorld, honestly, that alone keeps me coming back. And the people in the industry are just wonderful, amazing people. I mean, haunters are just amazing people, as well as obviously the opportunity to showcase our work in front of actual buyers for our product, which is very difficult to find in trade shows, especially. That's what keeps us coming back.
I love it. That's a great answer. Now, a question that we love to ask people of your echelon: you inspire so many people. Walk by your booth, like you said, everybody's looking for new ideas, and you guys are that source of inspiration for a lot of people. What inspires you? What got you into the business, and what keeps you getting up every morning and just lighting the fire?
Whoa. Who says I'm getting up in the morning? I don't sleep. My dad.
Fair enough.
It's coursing through her head all the time. Source of inspiration. Honestly, my dad is a lot of my source of inspiration because he's the creative guy. And he understands that about himself, and that's what he wants to be. He's like, I just want to, what I call creative vomiting. is
Love it.
he'll just throw up 70 million ideas onto the table. We kind of got to sift through the chunks to find out what's real and what's not.
Sure.
But it's that sense of just constantly thinking, just seeing all these different things. I mean, I watch every horror movie that I can get my hands on, especially B-rate, because honestly, they're just fun to watch.
Yes.
And I honestly can't watch another Michael Myers movie because now they're just garbage because I expect so much.
You know the ending.
Watching those movies, seeing how they're building sets, seeing how they're doing different things, how are they, representing something. Usually I'm disappointed because I'm like, I feel like I would have done it better. But just being aware of who's doing what, gaining inspiration from Universal Studios and the thematic elements, that the tiny little details that they put in their products at the parks. I mean, why not be inspired from that?
Agreed.
But I mean, so much of it, we have to rely on ourselves because we're always trying to push ourselves further and further and further. We're trying to keep ahead of the game, really. And for anybody that feels inspired by us, we say, take it. Steal it, honestly, because we're not going to make it again. We're not going to do the same thing over. We do because pumpkins, we can't get away from pumpkins. Apparently, I can't get away from butterflies too. I keep making butterflies.
Oh,
a whole other subject. But no, it's take our ideas and run with it.
Love it.
Because we're going to have to do something different. It's always about doing something different. It's always about doing something we hope is new. But again, what's new these days? I mean, it's just stitching one idea with another, combining it into one and being like, this kind of looks cool. So
it's great because you guys set the bar and then just raise it yourself and just keep raising and raising and raising. And because you want to challenge yourself, and you also, in the exact same vein here, are publishing and producing wonderful works of art that people are just absorbing. So
it is art, but it's not. Oh my goodness. I actually just had the realization a couple months ago. One of my artists, he's like, we're not doing art anymore. This isn't art. This is just product. And I'm like, you're right. You're wrong, but you're right. It doesn't make me appreciate it any less. I mean, yes,
Sure.
It is art. And by the time we're done with it, I mean, I'm so happy to see it leave my shop because I'm like, it's over with. I can sleep now and stop sleeping on the couch in my studio. But, it's fine. I got paid for it. We're good.
It's a great thing. It's a great thing. Yes. Now, you mentioned the B-roll horror, excuse me, not B-roll, but the B horror movies. Do you have any favorites? Like what comes to mind? We always like to ask, to get in everybody's head a little bit.
Jeez, I didn't even know I was going to be asked that.
I know I surprised you on that one.
One that comes to mind, although I should ask my wife. Caitlin, you should chime in on this. She's in the other room. VHS, the first one.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That was done well.
Yes.
It was a unique twist on the Haunted House LLC.
Okay.
I think that's what it's called.
Okay.
So it's a documentary, kind of found footage of this group of people that buy this hotel and they turn into a haunted house. When they turn into a haunted house, it's very home haunter, like they're rummaging through the dumpster like we all do, and they're just kind of putting things together. And the hotel is haunted because it's on like the ground where it splits and, hell is connecting to it.
Sure.
So well done. Because the haunted house is the most simplest. Yes, Haunted House LLC. Killen did mention on that.
Okay.
Like you would expect this to be like the stupidest movie because it looks like the stupidest basic haunted house that somebody that could build it with cardboard could do.
Sure.
But the scares in it work so well. Such a good movie.
Okay. We're going to check this out now. That's mission after the show.
Yeah.
Jordan, this is awesome. Thank you for being a part of this. Is there anything that you could tell anybody that's watching or anybody that's curious about learning more about Little Spider? Anything you want to say to them?
Oh, man. tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody. Bringing a great showpiece to the show as always. Check out my website, even though my website is very outdated. I mean, we've done so much that it's going to take so long to update that. But I'm adding more to our social. I'm trying to keep up to date with, providing as much updates on the products that we're doing, because it's something different every single time. And I know a lot of people that look at our social and fall in love with our social and interact with our social. They just love seeing how we do stuff and how things are, from ideation to creation. People love seeing that. So honestly, if anybody wants to talk to me, if anybody wants to discuss something, not just a job, but I mean, a lot of comments on our social, people are asking, what do you coat this stuff with? And I'm like, I coat it with polyurea. I get it from Marvel Industrial Coatings or something out of Texas. Like, I have no problem sharing experiences and teaching and training. And if anybody is in Colorado, studio in Longmont, so if you're a sculptor, painter, enthusiast, whatever, hit me up. Reach out on social, go to our website, fill out the contact page, whatever. Tell me that you want to come do a tour and see some stuff and or participate. I'm an open book. I want all the help. And I love building a community of artists and creators and fabricators as well. And I need all the help I can get anyways. And for those that didn't know, we have 2 studios. We have one here in Colorado, and then we have the bigger one in South Carolina. So South Carolina is Little Spider Creations, and then my division is called Little Spider Studio. If you get confused, just call it Little Spider. So yeah, I feel like that's, yes, Butch Patrick will also be at our trade show booth this year.
Hey, breaking news.
Breaking news. I feel like he's now a staple. And I mean, we just consider him part of the family anyways. I mean, we've known each other forever. So yeah, he'll always have a spot in our booth, and we'll carve it out for him as long as my dad wills it. So love having him there. He's a wonderful person and a great light to have in our booth, honestly.
Love it. Paul said he's moving to Colorado, joining the team.
Get your buns down here, Paul. Let's go. Let's make some magic. I've been begging Zach to move from Connecticut down to Colorado, and he still won't do it. So, hey, please join the team. Join the family. Sorry. We are
a family.
The Olive Garden of manufacturing. We need your family.
I love it.
And
with unlimited
contest to that, because I want to treat everybody like family, because we're family owned. That's our values. So the more I can bring into it, the better it is. And Zach says, most genuine people I've ever met. I love being able to work closely. Wildest dreams come true. Oh, there it is. It's on the screen.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Zach. But Zach is also now part of our family. So
see, Zach's amazing.
It's great.
See, and you joined that Olive Garden family now with unlimited pasta. So that's great.
Yes, detrimental to my health.
LittleSpiderCreations.com. It's just a baseline. Just go and get inspired and reach out to Jordan and the family. Anything that you want to create, these guys will help you make it real. Awesome, Jordan. But I need your help. Before you go, can you help us? You are the very first thing that everyone sees when people walk into TransWorld. And in TransWorld 2025, that'll happen again. And we want to give away some tickets right now to some people to 2 different, we're going to give away 2 tickets. Sorry, let me rephrase that. We're going to give 2 tickets away to TransWorld 2025. Courtesy of Jen and Rich here, we are going to give premier access passes. This gives people not only full admission for all 4 days to all of the shows, to the Christmas show, to the Halloween show, the interactive entertainment show, the Dark Zone, all of that fun stuff. But you're also getting 2 extra hours on the floor before the whole show opens to the public. So really excited. This is awesome. HAAshow.com to find out more. And we want to give 2 away right now. So we're going to do a little contest. Jordan, if you can help us in that host chat, if you click over to that host chat, would you help us by telling us your favorite trick-or-treat candy? All right. Now, TransWorld Live, folks, you're going to put into the chat TW and then what you think Jordan's favorite trick-or-treat candy. And the first one that we see is going to get a pair of Premier Access passes to TransWorld 2025, courtesy of Jen and Rich and TransWorld.
I'm doing 2, right?
Yeah, you could do 2.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Trick-or-treat. What do I steal for my kids?
Well, let's go with the one that you gave us, and then the one that you gave us right now.
Okay.
The first one. Okay.
Let's go with that.
So
That's the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah, we've got this answer locked in right now. So let's check the chat here. All right. Sean, we got some Snickers. Great choices. That's great. Kit Kats are great. Twix, Milky Way. That's a good answer, Jordan, by the way. Like, I like the answer that you gave because now I have a craving for it myself.
I know.
Paul agreed. Take 5. Now, Reese's is great. What's your stance on?
I don't see Take 5s very often.
No, you don't. You really don't. What's your stance on Reese's being frozen? I like those frozen. Like,
my take is when they're melted, I can't.
Okay.
No.
No.
It's not bad. I don't do it frozen, but
okay. Now,
10,000.
Yeah. Sean, do you want to expand on that?
Yeah. Come on, Sean.
Good choices here, guys. This is good. Whatchamacallit? A classic.
You never see those.
You don't see those. No.
Oh.
Paydays.
Sometimes, yeah.
Good choices.
You just got to be careful. It's allergy for peanuts. Like,
it is true.
You got to be careful with this.
All right. Well, I think we do it there. Sean, thanks for clarifying. That is his answer. Congratulations, Sean. You just won yourself 2 tickets to TransWorld 2025 Premier Access.
Paul had the second one, though. I mean, I couldn't think of it, but that would have been my second. Is
a Mounds bar? Okay.
No,
okay.
Heath.
Oh, Heath. Oh, I'm sorry. He 2 came in at the same time from him.
He's just going crazy.
Exactly. He's going through them, but
he wants these tickets.
Great choices, Paul. We won't forget about you. I got something in store, but this one's Sean's. Congratulations, Sean. We appreciate you. We appreciate you all, and thanks, Jordan. Thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit, and we hope the rest of the October goes well before you kick back into gear here. And
it's already the 22nd.
I know, right? It's scary.
It's almost done with.
That's the scary part.
I got to go to Field of Screams or something. Jeez.
Go see those guys. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much, and have a very happy Halloween.
You too. Stay spooky.
Thanks, buddy. You too. Thanks for being here. Oh, TransWorld, you'd never disappoint. Nice work, everybody. That's great. And a huge thanks to the entire family of Little Spider Creations. We're glad you're with us. But we're not even close to done. That's right. Stay with us. We've got even more giveaways. Paul, that means you. We've got more chances to win and a nice surprise just after our very next guests here. Ladies and gentlemen, help me in welcoming Mr. Jim Werner, Mr. Brett Molitor from the Haunted Attraction Association. Guys, what's going on?
Hey. How you doing?
Good. How's everything going?
Full bore, man. Full throttle. like that motorcycle thing out in Sturgis, that bar out there at full throttle.
Yeah.
We're there right to the end of the month.
Very nice.
There's no better way to celebrate Halloween and the season that we all love without the association that helps us all. Guys, how's your October going so far?
Oh, things are over.
Uh-oh. We lost him for a second. Brett, how are you? How's your October?
We're doing great. We're doing great. I know some of the haunts aren't, but I'm one of the few that I'm seeing that we're doing great. We had a record year last year, and I think we have a chance to beat it even. So we're doing well.
Love to hear that. Love to hear that. I know it was everybody was kind of talking earlier in the season with those warmer weathers. Obviously, in the east and the southeast, they had obviously weather, but it seems like everything's settling down and fall is here.
Yeah, we've had perfect weather. The drizzly one night, that was it. I mean, otherwise it's been clear skies, getting chilly. People are getting in the mood. They're starting to remember to put a jacket on when they get out of the car when they stand in line.
Sure.
Sure. It's going well.
Jim, how about by you? How have things been going so far this October?
So we've been really blessed with basically perfect weather. It feels like fall. It's not too cold. It hasn't been too hot. The weather's just been as cooperative as I can ever remember, and people are really responding to it. It's been a banner year for us, which is, we're always very busy no matter what. I mean, it could rain all season and we're still going to be busy, but this year has really been something special. So
love to hear that. Love to hear that. Obviously, we want all haunted attractions to succeed, and we're so grateful for both of your leadership, because not only do you run your own attractions, but you also give service to all of us through the Haunted Attraction Association, and we're grateful for that. For those that have no idea what we're talking about, or maybe they do and they just want to learn a little bit more, can you tell us what is the Haunted Attraction Association?
Oh, well, geez. Well, the Haunted Attraction Association is our industry, small, little, big, charity, home haunt, you name it, our industry, because we're all part of the industry. It's our industry's collective voice. It's our industry's collective kind of watchdog. It's our association. It's so that we can network and we can communicate and we can help this industry grow without having to worry about, well, what's that haunt down the road doing? I don't need to worry about that haunt. I'm worried about the industry. So it's we're a huge multi-million dollar industry, and we deserve to have an association that is attentive and responsive and responsible. And that's what the HAA is for our industry.
I love it. I love it. And thanks to you and the entire board who give unselfishly to make sure we're all represented and all making sure that we're doing the best as a family, haunters helping haunters.
Yep, absolutely.
Now, for those that are on the fence, we know that you guys help represent all of our attractions, but you mentioned you represent us all, and there's some new membership tiers that are going to appeal to everybody. So can you talk a little bit about why someone should join if they haven't yet?
Brett, you want to expand on that?
Sure. We used to have just the individual membership. Now we've added a charity haunt or home haunt category, which is just slightly above that. So people that are involved more than just as an artist or makeup person or an actor, which is what, or just involved somehow, that's the individual membership. And then we have the home haunt, charity haunt. So if it's not collecting tickets or not, it's a free thing, that's where that category is. And we've got the traditional small haunt and large haunt categories. And then we've got a lot of vendors that give us stuff for the auction that get their membership from that. And, they donate tens of thousands of dollars of stuff to us. And so we've got a vendor member category as well. So it covers everybody.
Love it. Love it. HauntedAttractionAssociation.com. Best place to go find some more information about them. Now, just in general, of course, we want people to check out the industry and, check out the association and, see all those benefits, see the reasons why everyone is a part of this, because together we're so much stronger. But we've got something important we're talking about today, some breaking news that happened over the past couple of weeks here. And we're really excited about this new offering and partnership that you guys are going to be offering the C.H.A.O.S certification during the legendary Haunt Tour. That's coming up here November 8th. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh yeah. So this has actually been in the works for quite some time. Our C.H.A.O.S program, which is our broad industry safety standard program for all haunts of all sizes. It has been offered at TransWorld successfully for years, for a very long time now. But one of the things that we've noticed over the years is that our industry, although it is very, very robustly represented at TransWorld, a lot of haunted attractions don't have the resources or abilities to travel to St. Louis to be part of that show. And one of the things we discussed was going regional and finding ways to present our C.H.A.O.S program to more haunted attractions. And this is the first of a major step for us where we are going to make C.H.A.O.S available to the masses, if you will. Instead of waiting for haunters to come to us, we are now going into their backyards and giving them an opportunity to take this both exciting but crucial training for the overall success of their operations.
Love this. Love this. I mean, it's bringing the show to us. That's beautiful. So let's talk about how this is going to get laid out. Will this overlay anything with the Legendary Haunt Tour for those that want to come to Legendary? Can they do both?
Yeah. Yep. We've got it set up so that we'll be doing the training on Friday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. to give them 6 hours. And then the last 2 hours will be done online at their leisure. They can do it ahead of time if they want. And then they'll be certified with the 8 hours. So anybody that's going to be taking the class, that's coming into Legendary, they need to remember to make their travel arrangements probably to come in on Thursday, because it's us starting at 10 a.m. I don't know if any flights coming in that you're going to be able to run to the airport over to the dock. But we're hosted at B&B Boats, which is the same company that has the USS Nightmare.
Sure.
And they've got a big conference room, so we're going to be using it there. They will be catering a lunch. Lunch is optional. You can bring your own if you want. But I tell you, for $15, you're going to get a good lunch and tea and lemonade and water as well. So it's prime time. Anybody coming in for Legendary, make your arrangements to come in a day ahead of time. If you haven't done C.H.A.O.S before, get C.H.A.O.S done, and then do the tours Friday night and be off on their way to the Taters Apple Orchard and on beyond with John's great haunts up in Canton and Akron. I mean, I've been there. I've been there before. It's been a few years, but last week watching TransWorld Live, I was really tempted to sign up to come, but I just can't. I got other schedules. I was like, darn, just the whole thing. It's a super Legendary this year.
Come on, Brett. You could ride the bike. You could ride the bike cross state.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Go
I
ahead,
did
Jim. I'm sorry.
across the state of Ohio on my motorcycle. So.
Yeah.
It sounds like a wonderful opportunity here. So like you can get some business done, make sure your C.H.A.O.S is up to date, because safety is the lifeblood of everything that we are doing. And then go let your hair down, kick back and enjoy 4 amazing attractions, a fruit farm, all of the amazing networking that happens during Legendary, some beverages and great food along the route. Now, we had some questions about C.H.A.O.S in specific. How long is the certification good for?
Well, several years ago, the board agreed that the renewals or the certification would good for 3 years. So it was supposed to expire this March of this year. We've had some issues finalizing it on the renewal, which was going to be online. But we are going to finish that up very soon. So the renewal will be done. It will be ready to take before TransWorld, so people can renew, and then it'll be good for another 3 years. So, and that'll be completely online as far as the renewal.
Perfect.
And the purpose for a renewal is because there's new information, there's new stories to tell, and it's important to keep people updated to the most current standards. in the industry. So that's why the renewal. That's why it's not just a one and done.
Sure. And things are constantly evolving, constantly changing.
Yeah,
So-
and if somebody took it a long time ago, one of our first chaos, sessions, it's been a long time since they had any refresher.
Absolutely. Sean, if that doesn't answer your question, please let us know in the chat. And just to clarify, so if they do take it this November as right before Legendary Haunt Tour in 2024, then it would be good until November 27.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
3 years. Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Who should attend? That was the biggest question that we were kind of talking about. Like, should it just be the owner? Should it be your operations staff? Should it be actors? Who's the best candidates for this class to represent your attraction?
So I would say it can be a very diverse attendee roster. When you're looking at your haunted attraction, there's obvious people. I believe owners, operators, that's by default. However, if you're going to entrust an actor to supervise other actors, make sure they have chaos. If you're going to entrust an employee to run an entire division of your haunted attraction, make sure they have chaos. If you have a security team or an event staff lead team, make sure they have chaos. Once again, anyone in a position to make decisions in the event of an emergency will benefit from having chaos. So you're going to look at your staff and say, who are my people that I'm going to lean on in the event of an emergency? That's who you send to chaos.
Great answer. Great answer. Great answer.
As many as possible.
Absolutely. It spreads knowledge and obviously going to make our attractions safer so that more people can attend them and help our entire reputation.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Awesome. Okay. Now the big question, of course, what is the pricing for this offering? This is the first time you guys are doing this outside of TransWorld. We're really excited about these new kind of localized regional shows. What kind of price is attached?
Well, it's going to be $25 for HAA members and all of their staff each, and it'll be $75 if they're not a member of the HAA. So, pretty big incentive to join the HAA. It's about the same cost the first year, but you get so many other benefits out of HAA anyway. But so, if you have staff you're bringing, it's only going to be $25, and you can't beat that. And then the $15 for the optional lunch.
That's awesome. Now, a question that I'm seeing here is there a maximum amount of room that you guys have? I'm sure there's a finite amount of space. We want to obviously encourage folks that are interested to bring members of their staff to sign up early to secure their spot. But is there a finite amount of what kind of capacity you guys have?
We've got room for at least 160.
Okay.
Terry thinks we could possibly get as many as 200 in the room. So if we get to 160, we'll look at the room with Terry. Terry's on our board as well, and she's the owner of the SS Nightmare.
Oh yeah.
So she said she's pretty confident we could go to up to 200, but we're setting it at 160 right now, and we'll look at it when we get to approach that number.
Love it. When we had Captain Allen on, he had informed us that Terry is also a captain. So we have to all salute and say, Captain Terry. What a cool offering, guys. Thank you so much. Robert just put the link into the chat. So please, if you're interested in learning more and want to sign up, take a look at that link there. Of course, you can go to the itinerary page of legendaryhaunttour.com. I just want to specify the tickets for this chaos training are not included as part of the Legendary Haunt Tour package. So that is a separate ticket. So you do need to purchase those. But what an amazing offering. You're just coming off your season, get your certification done, and it frees up more time for you to do other things at TransWorld.
Correct. Yeah. And that is a big advantage because, we spend Thursday safety day at TransWorld. So if you're trying to get your safety credentials done, it's going to be Thursday. And that does affect, a little time on the show floor. And this is a great opportunity to just hammer that out and be done with it.
And like you guys said earlier, if there's folks that are local and in the area and going to be a part of that tour, maybe aren't going to be able to make it to TransWorld, this gives them opportunity to be a part of this training and not miss out. So
yeah, well, and of course, it being Legendary Haunt Tour, which is always huge in Ohio, and really that was one of the biggest light bulb on moments. Where else could we possibly hold a safety course than Ohio? Like
right.
half the haunters in the country live in Ohio. Yeah, it just makes sense. The math adds up. Ohio is a perfect place to offer these type of this type of course.
It's a great choice.
If you missed the link, if you missed the link on this, or can't find it on the C.H.A.O.S or the Legendary Haunt Tour, it's definitely available on our website, the HauntedAttractionAssociation.com.
Perfect. Guys, thank you so much. Before we let you go, can we ask a personal question? We don't get to talk to you as much as we want to. We know that you are unselfishly giving of yourselves to help represent us all, and we love that. What do you guys love about Halloween, and why do you guys continue to do what you do every day?
Brett, you want to go first? I'll just keep talking.
I joined the JCs when I moved to Indiana, and the very first project they did was Haunted House. And I got involved in helping run it for the next 16 years. And then when I got aged out of JCs, I started a corn maze with Haunted Corn, and then the JCs come back to me, and I ran the Haunted House for a while until they painted it away. And I still do it because I've done it 38 years now. It's a tradition in October. I've always made time to trick or treat with my kids, and had a long time trick or treating with my kids. I've got kids of many ages. People know me. Fall is just my favorite thing, and getting involved with having actors and becoming they're green and they're new, and then they feel like, okay, I'm part of the team, and by the end of the season, it's a family, and they feel that, and running the haunted house is always a lot of fun. There's some headaches and stuff. And, Saturday night we had a 911 call, and somebody was having seizures, and unfortunately they had a history of seizures, but didn't tell anybody till after the ambulance came. With the training that we've done with C.H.A.O.S and training with my team, we handled it flawlessly, just flawlessly. And
awesome.
I made sure the crew knew that everybody had taken care of things.
Awesome.
Because we want to have a fun, safe haunt. Scare people, get them to pee their pants, and make memories for them. Have the lights on tours for the kids so they can graduate on up to the dark. Just the whole thing. I mean, it's awesome.
Love it.
Love
it.
Yeah. And I got to be honest, I'd be lying if I didn't mirror so many of what Brett just said. Halloween is everything to me. Like it is the holiday. It is starting off as a kid. It was a chance to be more or different, and there's no judgments because you can be whatever you want to be on Halloween.
That's right.
And then growing up and growing into the haunted attraction industry and into the levels now that I find myself, I have to be honest, for a long time, it was still that was my driving thing. And then when I started climbing into management and leadership in this industry, I started realizing how insanely rewarding it was to watch others succeed, to watch others grow and watch others overcome their own personal hurdles and adversities. And that is something that I love about this industry, because our industry, despite any petty squabbles, is so incredibly accepting of people and so incredibly accepting of who people are and what they bring to the table, and the belief that anybody can be scary. Like we can make this work. Yeah. And I love that inclusivity, and I love watching people grow and develop in this industry. And that's the reason I come to work every day now, is because I get to watch others be successful. And God, it's so rewarding. So that's why I'm here. That's why I love it.
And we had a new haunt start by us. I live 20 miles from my haunt. I'm still in the town I did the JC's haunted house with, but it's no longer open because we lost our building. But there's another haunt opened up the next town over. And I started seeing their stuff last year and been watching. They've been planning for 3 years. Nice. And so I met with them several months ago, and I said, hey, let's meet. I want to get to know you. And, we sat down and talked, and they're like, afterwards, like, man, we're sure glad we talked to you, because we changed a few things. We, didn't get as aggressive with the schedule as we wanted to. But, and I invited them to come up for our actor training, and a couple of them did. And they're bringing, I think, 40, 50 people on Thursday to our haunted friendly night.
Nice.
We've got, I think, 6 haunted houses coming on Thursday night. Nice. And, we always do, we always let everybody in free.
Guys, great answers. Gretchen, we echo it too. TransWorld always feels like a family, and that's because we are. And we're so honored to be with all of you. And we have another opportunity here to give away some free stuff. Of course, with a little help from our friends here at the Haunted Attraction Association. We've just been talking about C.H.A.O.S. And we mentioned that it is a safety training. But did you know that C.H.A.O.S is an acronym? Now, we're going to give you a chance to win, thanks to the Haunted Attraction Association, 2 tickets to C.H.A.O.S. So you can come with a friend, bring somebody from your haunt, bring a new friend, meet new people. It's great. In the chat, we're going to have you write H-A-A, and then tell us what C.H.A.O.S stands for. C-H-A-O-S. What's that acronym stand for? H-A-A, and then you got to write out all 5 words of what C.H.A.O.S stands for. And we're going to give you 2 tickets to the upcoming C.H.A.O.S seminar here at the Legendary Haunt Tour right outside of Cincinnati in Newport, Connecticut.
Friday, November 8th. November 8th.
So if you're not going, please don't enter. We really want to give it away to somebody who really wants to go. We'll give you.
We promise it's an extremely entertaining, fun, and knowledgeable 6 hours. You will learn. It's a day of learning, and you will learn some really cool stuff.
Yeah. Love it. This is a great opportunity here. Oh, I think we have a winner. We got
a winner.
Aubrey Christian, congratulations. You nailed it right on the head. Very, very nice there. Yeah, very, very nice there. Certified haunted attraction operator safety is the correct answer. Jim, Brett, thank you guys for everything. Thanks for being a part of the show. Thanks for doing everything that you guys do. To all of you that are watching and joining us on this, thanks for being a part of the show. We appreciate you. Please join us next Tuesday, October 29th. It's our special Halloween show. So we've got some really big surprises for you. Stay tuned to the socials and to your email to find out more. And we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us.
Shout out to Aaron and Joe with Bernie in Boston. So have fun with Bernie in Boston. Make sure the boy buys dinner for you.
Stay safe, everybody.
It's a good shout out.
Stay safe. We'll see you
Thanks, everybody.
November 8th.